Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Mvunganyi. This week on the Red Carpet, we have a recap of the winners at Hollywood's biggest night, the Oscars. We have an exclusive look at FESPACO, the Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou's extensive film library. We visit Izere Media Hub, a new creative space that is helping artists transform their artistic passions into sustainable careers in Rwanda. Those stories right here on the Red Carpet. Stay tuned. Hollywood's biggest night, the 97th Academy Awards ceremony, hosted by Conan O'Brien, aired live on ABC and Hulu on Sunday, March the 2nd from the Dolby Theater at Ovation Hollywood in Los Angeles. Anora was crowned Best Picture, one of the 5 Oscars won by the independent film. The comedy drama about an exotic dancer who marries the son of a Russian oligarch beat out 9 other contenders for the top prize, including major studio films Wicked, A Complete Unknown, and Dune Part 2. Director and producer Sean Becker won 3 individual Oscars, including Best Original Screenplay and Film Editing, as well as the Director Trophy. His 4 Oscars in one ceremony ties the record set by the legendary Walt Disney in 1954. Anora star Mickey Madison won Best Actress, while Adrian Brody won Best Actor for The Brutalist, more than 2 decades after winning his first Oscar for his portrayal of another Holocaust survivor in The Pianist. Kieran Culkin took home the Supporting Actor Oscar for his role in A Real Pain, while Zoe Saldana won Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez. Brazil's I'm Still Here won Best International Film. The film depicted the real-life story of Eunice Paiva, the wife of former leftist congressman Rubens Paiva, who was taken from his home in Rio de Janeiro at the height of the country's military dictatorship in 1971 and never returned. Carnival goers at Rio's Samba Drum broke out in shouts of joy when the film's Oscar win was announced over the public address system. The Best Documentary Oscar went to No Other Land, a look at the Israeli occupation of the West Bank made by a coalition of Palestinian and Israeli filmmakers. Flow, an ecological parable about a cat in a flooded world, won the Best Animated Feature Oscar, the first ever for a Latvian film. Burkinabe capital hosted the 29th Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, FESPACO, last week. Burkinabe director Danny Kuyate won the Golden Stallion of Yenanga for his feature film Katanga, The Dance of the Scorpions. Somalian filmmaker Mo Harawe won second prize for his film The Village Next to Paradise. And Rungano Nyoni from Zambia won their prize for the film On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. One of the films competing in the feature documentary category is Malian director Fosayeni Maiga. His film Fatou Olefu explores the importance of culture in Mali's development through the narratives of 4 madmen. From Ouagadougou, Kada Traoli reports.
The screening of FESPACO 2025's films kicked off Sunday, February 23rd and ended on March 1st, drawing eager moviegoers to theaters. At Canal Olympia Ouaga 2000, cinephiles watched Fatou Olefu, directed by Malian filmmaker Fosayeni Maiga. The film follows 4 madmen whose daily wanderings offer a journey through various sectors of Malian culture.
We made this film to show that culture is not just about games or entertainment. Culture can drive a country's development. It can contribute to economic and financial well-being.
But what is the symbolism behind the madmen in this film?
Artists are often seen as madmen, but that doesn't mean all the actors in this film are insane. It is true that there are 4 real madmen, but they serve as advisors, guiding the country toward cultural progress. They awaken consciousness to the importance of cultural development in Mali.
The film also features perspectives from cultural figures who emphasize the significance of the arts. Among them is Malian Minister of Culture and Tourism, Mahmoud Daffé.
We all know that Mali is a country of cinema. We also know the legacy of Sheikh Omar Shenshenko. In other words, Mali's film culture is well recognized. This film highlights how culture can contribute to the country's development and shows that cinema is a powerful art form.
Through a blend of storytelling and expert insights, the film demonstrates that culture is the foundation of development.
This film is a cultural lesson. It has been screened in every corner of Mali so that young people can understand the true value of culture.
Fuseni Maiga spent 3 years making this film. He received his first FESPACO award, a UMOA Special Award. Linor Moudou for Kader Traoré in Ouagadougou for VOA Africa.
On the sidelines of the 29th FESPACO, the Pan-African Film and Television Festival of Ouagadougou, we took a guided tour of the festival's film library. Accompanied by the center's director, our reporter explores FESPACO's archives, where all films that have been screened since 1969 are preserved and restored. From Ouagadougou, Kader Traoré reports.
FESPACO's headquarters in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, lies one of Africa's largest film conservation galleries. This treasure trove of cinematic history is the festival's film library. Thousands of reels, spanning all genres and dating back to 1969, make up the festival's memory bank. Beyond archiving these invaluable records, the center is also dedicated to film restoration. Francois Tira, director of the FESPACO Film Library, takes us on a guided tour of this cinematic vault.
The films we receive here have reached the end of their theatrical run. However, we see the need to give them a second life. This revival is what we call restoration.
The Ouagadougou Film Library houses all types of films on various media, whether reels, Betacam tapes, DV cams, or CDs. Damaged materials are sent to restoration specialists for better preservation.
While filmmakers today are increasingly turning to digital formats, we must not forget that cinema originally relied on 16mm or 35mm film.
Does this mean we should focus on restoring old films rather than digitizing them?
Even if you digitize a film using the latest techniques, the digital version has its limits. A well-preserved film, kept at a low temperature and protected from humidity, can last over 500 years. Nothing can replace that longevity.
With support from the European Union, FESPACO's Film Library has launched a conservation and restoration project. Beyond its role in the Pan-African Festival, it aims to become the central archive for African film production. For Kader Traoré in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, I'm Vincent Makori, VOA News.
In the suburb of Rwanda's capital, Kigali, a new creative space is redefining the artistic landscape of Rwanda. Founded by veteran producer and singer Izere, the Izere Art and Media Hub is an art center dedicated to nurturing talents and training entrepreneurs in the creative industry. Let's check it out. Izere, a seasoned artist and producer, moved back to Rwanda after years of living in North America. His vision is to equip the next generation of creative entrepreneurs with the business skills necessary for success in the industry.
Music is more than just songs, there's stories. So we opened up this the space for Rwandese to kind of share everything they have, their stories, because every story matters. That's what I believe. As you can see, this is Sumunya. One of the things that you'll find in Izere, it's about anything about art. You look around, there's art. There's a podcast, which is about to happen in a few minutes. It's called Here's My Story, What's Your Story? I went to kind of get a bigger space whereby everybody you'll find here, they're their own bosses.
Ezra draws inspiration from his own journey, having spent time abroad in cities like Los Angeles, where he gained first-hand experience in the global entertainment industry. His dream is to build, quote, a small Hollywood in Kigali, making it easier for artists to produce high-quality content without the high costs associated with Western markets.
So when I got the opportunity to go and learn and see the world, let's say like the experience I had in LA taught me a lot. You know, it's not easy to go on the streets, but I survived. So this is Arnold, he's our new producer. You know, he's a composer and also a student, a university student.
Beyond Rwanda, Izere Arts and Media Hub seeks to connect with the global market. The center offers music production services, film scoring, and other creative services to international clients.
You know, so we can make beats for you. Let's say you're in the US and you need an affordable soundtrack. You just give us what you have, and then we owe the idea, and then we create it.
Scientists are testing a novel technique to deter poachers targeting endangered rhinos for their prized horns. As part of a pilot study in South Africa, researchers have injected small radioactive pellets into the horns of live rhinos. The goal is to make the horns radioactive so there is less demand for them on the black market. Maurice de Klerk reports from the UNESCO Waterberg Biosphere Reserve in South Africa.
3/4 is one of 20 rhinoceros in a pilot study in which radioactive pellets were injected into their horns. This 2.5 metric ton bull has received the highest dose in the study by the Conservation Research Initiative, the Rhizotope Project. The goal is to make rhino horns radioactive to decrease the demand for them on the black market and to discourage rhino poachers who are trying to profit. Researchers are testing the rhino's blood to make sure the animals are not being harmed.
We've all been looking and trying to find the silver bullet to stop rhino poaching, and I think this could just be what we need to stop poaching in its tracks. It is a brilliant idea.
James Larkin, who leads the internationally funded program, researched the radiation dose being used in the study.
Spent 2.5 years developing computer models of the animals and carrying out the tests and comparing these with results from the International Commission on Radiation Protection. And our results compare extraordinarily favourably.
Rhinos in Africa have long been targeted by poaching syndicates that feed the black market demand for rhino horns in Asia, pushing the world's 5 rhinoceros species toward extinction. Larkin says if finally approved, the technology would be more cost-effective than the current strategy of discouraging poaching by dehorning rhinos every 2 years. This is because rhino horns grow continuously. For Van Deventer, the rhino poaching situation is dire, so he's eager for the project results. Scientists hope blood tests will confirm that the animals are still healthy. Test results are expected in about 2 months. If funding permits, the technology could be offered to rhino owners by the end of this year. Maurice de Klerk, VOA News, Waterberg, South Africa.
Thank you for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Mvunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.